What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you a Brave Cross video. Hello guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. And here we are with another Brave Cross video. But before we start, I would just like to make an announcement that there won't be a Hero of the Week and there won't be a weekly news by the end of the week, because I am back and doing my night duty at the end of the week. So I won't really have time to edit and record the video and upload it at the same time, because I'll be pretty much be sleeping. So with that out of the way, this video is directed to quite a few people that have asked me about making a team in Brave Cross, and the latest person to actually ask me is Chris Sloan. So Chris Sloan, this video is for you and for those people who are asking me basically how to make a team, and if I could make a team for PvP and stuff like that. And what I say to you guys is, I did make a video about building a team in my 100 subscriber video. I'm pretty sure I did that already, but I think what Chris and some of the people that are asking me about is building a PvP team, not only for arena but for cross arena, because basically you have 3 teams that you need to build in there, and to be honest, it is quite difficult to balance out the heroes that you have and sort of stay competitive with your I guess your ranking. So this video will be split because I will be talking about defense team and attacking teams and some synergy teams, I would say. So I'm not sure as how long the videos will be, but hopefully not too long. I did make a notepad here, and I do have my defense team and my attack team later on, but the attacking team is probably a short, I guess will be a short video. I might put the attacking team and the synergy team at the same time, because they are sort of I guess that works well together, and that'll make the video, I don't want to make just rambling on with the same thing over and over. So before I do start, I want to say that if you are looking for the attack team, you have to wait a little bit longer, because I'll be talking about the defense team this time around. But this can work as your attacking team as well. It just depends on what your opponents are using. So with the defense team, now I put here all the marbles in the world. If I had all the marbles in the world, all the heroes all maxed out, this is probably the team that I would be using. So the first one is Faded Red Mask. Now the reason for Faded Red Mask is obviously he's the best tank that you can have. Basically very invincible, almost never dies, and it's very annoying for opponents to actually attack you, because it just takes forever to kill him. So unless they of course build a attacking team to counter that, which is a lot of mages and all that, but hey, not a lot of people do that. So thanks to Starcaller, which is maximizing Red Mask's ability to, well, I guess the surviving ability, because Starcaller gives you a buff for damage reduction and stuff like that, and he does heal as well, which is good. Granted, it's a 25% chance, but hey, I'll take it. Now the next hero I put there is Marcus and Faded Dragoon. The reason being I split them is it just depends who you have, and of course I would have preferred Faded Dragoon but Marcus works well as well, especially if you are planning to do the cross arena, because the cross arena basically will you will have to have two teams, and I would rather split Marcus and Faded Dragoon in different teams. That's why in my team 2 I actually have Faded Dragoon in there. So it just depends on what you are feeling, but I would recommend Marcus there because Faded Dragoon is probably going to be your second best hero when it comes to defending. So just take that into consideration, I guess. The next one is Arya Shantis, or of course Faded Shantis if you have that, or the main character. Now, why would I put all these heroes slash? Well, basically you need a healer, a decent healer, and Arya and Shantis both, the Arya and the main character does burst healing pretty well. However, Arya and Shantis can give you rage back, but at the same time the main character can give you shields. Now if you do have the final wings for the main character, that will even boost your DPS output and will obviously shield your heroes as well. So I guess it's up to you guys who you have. Doesn't really matter. I do prefer the main character, even though I won't be getting a lot of rage building up, but the purpose of this team is to actually defend. So even if you don't have even if you don't awaken, as long as you can survive, that is the main purpose, to run the timer out and basically win. Now the next one is really up to you guys. I did put Faded Fleur, Faded Frostborn, or Sohei in there for a little bit of DPS, just to it's sort of like a scare tactic, like, hey, you're gonna fight a very defensive team, but back there's a good DPS that might take you out as well. Now granted, you probably don't have to do this, but you can also put the main character plus Arya, or main character plus Shantis, in Faded Shantis or Shantis in there instead of the DPS, because that means you have more heals. The DPS won't be too bad as well, because if you do have Shantis, she does pretty decent DPS. So that is my preferred first team for defending. Like I said, it's a lot of mix and matching, and depending on what you want, it's hard for me to say, hey, this is the best team out there. No, that will not happen, because there will be someone else with a different team composition ready to counter your team. Now granted, if your BP is high enough, if your heroes are strong enough, you might escape this, but if they have the same resources, it's almost about 95% chance that I'm pulling this number out of my ass really, but there's a good chance that they will counter your team. So take everything I said here with a grain of salt. Now my team 2. Now let's say that's the team composition I picked up, and I decided, of course, Marcus will be my first team. My second team will definitely have Faded Dragoon. Now granted, you can mix and match both of them. You can actually put Faded Dragoon in your first team and use Marcus instead. He is quite a decent tank, but because of the parry ability of Dragoon, this makes it so it's more annoying to take him down, and he can be really tanky as well. But I believe Marcus does have the ability to be quite tanky as well. So you can mix and match both of them. The next one, I did put Dire Zion there because I like his mythic ability, basically stunning the entire opponent's team, but for like 7 seconds, and I do like that very much. I put there Faded Ebenwolf, Faded Empyrean, because basically if you have Faded Ebenwolf, you have more stunts as well, especially when he transforms, if it gets to that point. And Faded Empyrean is there with the same thing. His basic attacks, when he transforms, basically can stun, and of course he gets health back, and he gets parry as well. For my next one, I put Kitsune or Faded Luna. In here, it just depends on what sort of heroes you're gonna put next. Now, Faded Luna is there if you're planning to have Sohi or Faded Frostbow, Faded Fleur on as your backup. That will be really more of a attacking team. But in here, I would suggest if you do take Faded Luna, that's what I would do. I would take some DPS at the back and get Shantis so you can awaken faster. Now, if you are really just defending, I would have preferred Kitsune and then Faded Luna at the same time, because both of them can heal. And the last one is basically Lucence or Arya or Shantis. So there you go again with the three. Basically, you can even put the main character there. I've actually forgot to write him there. So these are very interchangeable compositions, and it just depends on what's your preference really. Even though I put all these DPS in there, you could actually take any of those DPS off and put Faded Luna in there, and Kitsune, and Faded Empyrean, and Faded Dragoon, and then you have maybe your main character there for burst healing, Lucence for DPS and healing as well. Even in here you can put Lucence, but really, if you have all the marbles in the world, you probably would prefer Faded Shantis or Shantis in there, or your main character with Final Wings. Or, yeah, Arya as well, because Arya actually reduces the entire army damage by 9%. That's why I like Arya there. It synergizes well with Starcaller's ability, so there you go. So, I know it's a little bit wishy-washy for me to tell you that everything's interchangeable, but that's just the way it is. Brave Cross is a game, or one of those games, that there won't be a go-to build unless of course it's in the arena. You will have a go-to build there, but when you're doing cross arena with 3 different teams, you'll probably have a team that kind of sucky in a way, or that they won't work as well as your other teams. So now those are my preferred, I guess, if I have everything, those are my preferred team, but obviously I don't have that. I did make a much more realistic team I put here, and I'm gonna explain the reasons why I think this is more realistic for everyone. Faded Red Mask I put there. Honestly, guys, if you guys are defending and you don't have a Faded Red Mask, especially in arena, you might as well just give up defending and just keep on attacking, because Faded Red Mask really is the best defender, apart from Faded Dragoon, of course. But I don't think Faded Red Mask is very unrealistic anymore. Everyone has a Faded Red Mask, and I do suggest you get Faded Red Mask as soon as you can, because it just helps you a lot with both PvP and PvE as well. So there's my advice for you. Starcaller, I wouldn't say it's not unrealistic anymore, because every 4 weeks I think they run that limited time hero events, and they just cycle through the heroes basically. Now granted, I'm not sure what's going to happen now because of the what do you call this, because now that Starcaller is considered as a special Grand Hero. I don't know whether they will cycle through their shards again with the limited time hero event. So there is that. Not sure what's gonna happen there, but put their Starcaller. Now I put here Faded XMK3 because I don't think I have a Faded Dragoon. Now Faded XMK3 works the same thing as what Marcus and the Faded Dragoon does. Basically it gives Starcaller an extra boost for defending. I think they get more damage reduction or something like that, or crowd control reduction. Whatever the case may be, he is one of the heroes that you can put in there to synergize well with Starcaller. And of course the last one, it just depends on what you have. I put Sohi Frostbow. I even put Eternus there because of his ability to revive back. But Sohi and Frostbow are probably going to be the hero of choice because if you don't have Shantis or any other healer, this will be your best team. I put the main character there as well for the last one in Arya, Lucent, Shantis. Again, Shantis, they just refresh the limited time hero event, so eventually you will have to get one because it's probably one of the best DPS and support healer that you can get. I put Faded Luna there because I feel, you know, Faded Luna is not really hard to get anymore, and it's quite easy to get, especially with the Fate scroll bags and stuff. I've been getting a lot of Luna stuff from that, and I've been wanting some Masquerade stuff, but I always get Luna stuff in there for some reason. So these are, again, all interchangeable between all these heroes, which one you have. But I do recommend having a healer on your team. Now the reason why this is, I really put the DPS in there first because I feel Faded XMK3 won't be enough if you go toe to toe with someone who has the same BP, same resources and everything. If you have XMK3, I don't think XMK3 will be able to live out as long as Faded Dragoon, because the parry ability is just that good. It basically, they won't get damage or anything and they just strike someone, you know. So the reason why I put I would prefer a DPS in this realistic team is only because of that, and you probably want to take one of your opponent's hero down as well. Of course, the main character, you need a healer. Burst healing is good. Shantis is good. I would prefer here actually a Shantis because of the chances are XMK3 might just go down. Team 2 is going to be the most realistic one, I think. I do have Faded Cure Knight in there. Actually, I should put the attack team a little bit lower, so because we're not going to be talking about that. Faded Cure Knight, Faded XMK3, Faded Even Wolf. I put Even Wolf there because it's actually not that hard to get the Faded Even Wolf. Granted, it'll take you time and resources, but it's not like you're gonna spend gems to get one. Of course, we've got Shantis, Arya, Lucent, and the main characters for your healers. I put Dire Zion or Barbarous in there, but you have to have the mythic ability for Barbarous for it to be worth it. And of course, another DPS and Faded Luna. Basically, the main changes in this is basically Starcaller and Faded Red Moss are swapped out with a Faded Cure Knight to a Dire Zion or Barbarous for the support. And just to extend that a little bit longer, you probably can change Dire Zion to someone else. You can probably go to two melees just to help with your defense, but it'll have to be Faded Cure Knight and Faded Even Wolf, or Faded XMK3 and Faded Even Wolf. Having Faded Cure Knight at XMK3 it just won't do. Unless, of course, they're both 7 stars and your Even Wolf is only 5 star, then you will have to go with these two. But the most tankier in this bunch is Faded Cure Knight, and so I would prefer Faded Cure Knight and Faded Even Wolf if you have a decent Even Wolf over XMK3. And that's just the way the heroes work. XMK3 is more a DPS sort of hero, whereas Cure Knight is more a tankier version DPS. So, and that's pretty much it. All my recommendations for the defense team. And you know, like I said, everything's just interchangeable, and I hope this video actually helps you you guys to sort of make your own team, because really I don't really like to be telling you what to make and which heroes to use, because there's always going to be a counter. That's why in my old video I sort of just told you the formations. Basically, you have 2 melees or a 1 melee or a no melee composition. So it's really difficult for me to actually make this video, because I don't like telling people what to do, and I just like this to be sort of a guide for you guys. And the reasons, I did state all the reasons why I put these heroes in these teams. Now, as you guys might have noticed, I don't have a third team, but again, because this is so interchangeable, I can just pull out any of these heroes and put it in my third team. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked the video, and remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I would like to hear from you guys what you think of my defense team, and if you have a recommendation, please leave a comment below. I would like to try out. I want to hear from you guys what sort of things, what sort of compositions you use for defending against your opponents. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.